नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nityanandam. So today we are going to continue the sketch from where we have left it last week. I will wait a couple of minutes for people to join in. So please get this particular drawing ready. So today we are going to work on the turban, and also we are going to add more values on top of the existing portrait. Yeah. So please, I'll wait for 2 minutes and then we'll start. Okay, so I think for your drawing right now, I see that the cheek crease, first thing, like, once we look at the photo, is the cheek crease is little dark here. So you should not put dark values in the beginning itself. Okay, so maybe you can try to erase this and make it lighter. So you can use a eraser here. And other than that, I think last week we did the eyes, right? So for the eyes, the top and the below lid, if you observe my drawing, they are very clearly defined lines. If you in fact observe the portrait, which I think I have shared in the group, I think this one. So if you try to observe this, just if you try to draw the eye itself, right? So see, the eye has so many details. So it has like a very dark black area here, then a very thick line on top of it, and a very thick line below it, right? So all these details, the more details you put in, the more closer to the actual photo to look. So for you, if you see the eye, you see now there is a lot of work which you can do on just the eye itself. Okay, so that is one. And then I think still there is a struggle with the value, I mean the lines, I guess. So again, maybe try to hold the pencil differently. Yeah, so maybe you can just hold the pencil on the sides and then lightly try to blunt the side of the pencil and then do a shading. Okay, otherwise you'll always get these lines. So maybe spend some time to fill in the boxes and try to shade the face more evenly. Okay, that is the second feedback. And turban, anyhow, we are going to do today, so it's lines. But overall, like important thing is the drawing, and for you the good thing is the drawing is looking very accurate. Okay, so it's like more nearer to closer, and that's why even if you don't like shade too much perfectly, or like if you take time to perfect the shade, but the good thing I like is the drawing has come out really nicely. So for any any portrait, the proportions, the position of eye, the angle of the features, those things are really important. And for you, it's coming out nicely. And even for Vedant,
Thank you.
yeah, even for Vedant, I think he has gone ahead and done the turban. So now if you see, the turban is like very, it's coming like a very defined line here, right? So you'll see the lines of the turban, you'll see the lines on the face, right? But when you see the actual photo, you won't see like clear defined lines. So again, I will show you the how the photo is. So if you see there are like edges which are blurring into each other, right? So there is no defined boundaries. Even if you see the nose is like blurring with some adjacent shades. Okay, so we don't want to put like clear definition to features. Yes, we can do the outline, but after the outline, these edges should blur in the adjacent features. Okay, so that is the second thing for Vedant. And I think Vedant, I would request, you do this same sketch, or maybe if you want to choose another photo, do it once more. So then you will learn, you try to, you can make a collage. If you want, I can create a collage of this photo with the actual photo. And then you observe both the photos side by side. And then you try to identify, okay, where on you can improve. For example, the eyes, the eyes can be improved much more. So if you are feeling that, okay, Swamiji's eyes are not looking exactly like my eyes, portrait eyes, then you just practice eyes. Okay, just do like 6-7 sets of eyes. Just open any photo of Swamiji and do some 6-7 sets of eyes. Then you will get to know how the features are flowing. Okay, so even if you want to do the eyes, you can follow the grid method. So you have a very big photo and then create a grids on the eyes, observe the eyes very closely, and then you will be able to understand how to get each and every feature. But shading wise, I mean, it is nice, like you are getting more smoother values here, even in the neck. So do more shade on the cheeks. Okay, so I think you have left this entire area white. So if you do, like last time we did shading on the cheeks, right? So if you do shading on the cheeks and other things, it will start giving it a kind of a curvy uh, look. Okay.
Yeah, what he did was actually his first draft was quite light.
Hmm.
Okay, then today he said, okay, fine, let me go and shade the turban really well. So
Uh-huh.
he darkened it. So now
Uh,
compared to that, it has become much lighter. Face is
huh.
like much lighter.
No issues. So maybe today's, after the class, you can just work on the cheeks and other thing. Or I would propose, I mean, you don't, you leave it at this, you finish this and then redo one more fresh one. So just observe this one and do a fresh one. Then I think it will be much more better learning for you. Okay. And then for my Jayanti, okay, I think again for you, Ma, the value scales needs to be practiced. So if you see here, the shades below the eyes, right? You are able to see the lines here, right? And even the outlines of the eyes. So don't be afraid to do very dark. So say for example, which pencil are you using, Ma, right now? You are using 2B. What is the grade? I see it is a 2B, a thinner lead. So maybe you can try to use something like a 8B or a 6B. Okay. So this is a 8B. So it will have a thicker lead. So once you use this, you will be able to get these like darker areas more dark, right? So you can use that one.
Oh, okay.
For you also, drawing is good, ma. Drawing is fine. Only thing is this, the sides of the cheeks, you can just observe it. They are like little flat and inside. For you, it's like little bit outside. Okay. And even the smile can be worked out a little bit differently. So maybe I think it was coming. Yeah, I think for you, you have created a center line that which is good, but the smile was starting like just above the center line. It was ending slightly below the center line. For you, both the sides have gone up. So that's why the whole smile feature has become slightly different. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, that is fine. And I can see
Thank you.
Manitya, Jnanananda, Liz, I think. Okay. Yes, Liz. I think Liz, value scales you practice more, Liz, because see there are like clear shades which are coming here, and I think you have rubbed very hardly. See the paper is torn also a bit. Okay, so please practice the value scales first, then practice the shapes, and then I think will you move on to this exercise. Okay. So do one more time. Just watch the videos. They are already available on YouTube. Okay. So do the lines, the spheres, shade the spheres more and more. Okay. So you shade the spheres more and more so that the spheres start looking like a 3D object. So keep it dark on one side, light on one.
Yeah, can you post the video YouTube link?
Sorry.
Can you post a YouTube?
Yeah, did you look at mine? My name is Gaver.
Just 1 minute. I got some today. I have looked into those.
No,
Yeah,
this is
I
the
got
previous
last
one.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last week we have yours, ma.
Yeah.
For you, also one thing, ma. I think around the eyes, you can go darker on the lids, and the shades like here, right? Eventually, initially, it may come like a dark one and then a light one. So if you see, it's dark and light. But if you see mine, it will be like fading into the adjacent areas. Okay. So there should not be a clear distinction between a dark and a light shade mark. So that is one another thing. And anyhow, on the drawing, I gave the feedback. So maybe if you do the same one again, or if you do a different one, just observe this distance from the lips to the chin end. right? So that one has, I think, some proportions there needs to be redone. And apart from that, I think overall shade value and drawing is looking fine only, ma. So it's looking good. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So I will give more feedbacks, but I will, I will, so Ganeshwari, I will post the link again in WhatsApp also for the playlist, but we'll start with the turban now. Yeah. So let me quickly open the drawing. So here's the turban. So if you see the turban relative to the face, the values are very dark, right? So what we will do is we'll not go maximum dark in first go. So we will do it in 2 or 3 layers maybe. So what you can do is the maximum, the areas which you see as very dark, those areas you can start making them as dark. Okay, and always before you start, maybe you can get a white paper so that your hand does not smudge. So I will get a paper to keep something like this so that my hand is not smudging on face, and whatever I have done earlier should not get erased. Okay, so now if I see I'm seeing a very dark area here. Okay, and with turban you can go fast. So last week we did it very slowly, but this week maybe we can go fast with the turban. Okay, so
I have one query.
Yes.
Like when I look at, see, you share 2 photos. One is the colored one. When I
Yes.
looked at I actually used the colored one to do that. In the colored one, the turban does not appear to be that dark, but in this black and white, it turns out to be very dark.
Yeah. So actually, if you see here, right, it's a like red color thing, but the shades, like the darker values and the lighter values will be same in both colored and the black and white. So if you see here, just observe this area. Okay. Below the jewelry, there is a very dark area here. And then there is a eventual gradient kind of light shade. And then if you see this crease is very dark. So what you have to do is whenever you are doing such light and shade, okay, just whatever is the black area, okay, first put in those areas, then you get to know, okay, what is the maximum darkness of my pencil. Because if you see everyone, whatever portraits you have seen, everyone's pencil darkness is also different, right? So I went ahead and like, if I'm seeing this drawing, I will just mark this dark area, and maybe I'll try to mark this dark area also. Okay, so beyond this, I cannot go any more darker, right? So then relative to this, I will shade my nearby areas. Okay, so what Vedant has also done is he has done like full area as a black thing, and now you cannot go any lighter shades on the turban. So it will not give kind of a, so turban is curling. So if you see it in a real life sense, this is kind of a cylindrical shape, right? It is like turned cloth. There's also kind of a cylindrical shape. So you need to shade around those shapes. So again, if I observe this particular area, this is maximum dark. Okay, so I have not created it. So maybe just randomly I'll put some 2 lines here.
Nityanmaya.
So this is maximum dark. Yeah, just 1 minute. I'll just explain this one, and then I'll take your question. Okay, so this one is maximum dark, and then this one comes in. So you have like shades of line here, and then again this one is maximum dark. Okay, and then if you see, there are like light gradients. So I can kind of create a light shade here, value here, and this one will be even more lighter. So I'm just giving a rough idea. For turban, actually, you don't need to, always shade. So you can, as an artist, if you observe various things, you can choose to do it, to some level of finishing. So if you don't want to put in like all details, all folds, everything, so you can just choose to like lightly bring the light and shade and the curves and finish it quickly also. So there are like multiple ways you can approach turban. Okay. So yes, yeah, Ganeshwari, now you can.
Do you mind posting some of this picture with the grid in the WhatsApp again? I don't have access to it anymore.
Okay, but we are not using grids anyhow. We are not using grids.
I mean, just show me this picture so I can make the.
Okay. Because you lost
this one. Yeah, I joined a new phone and didn't transfer WhatsApp.
Oh no. Okay, so I will share this again.
Yep.
Done. Okay, so that is the concept. So doesn't matter if you look at a black and white photo or a colored photo, always the darkness and lightness is relative. Okay, so first, that's why I always say first go very light, don't go very dark in the first go. Otherwise, your you cannot go across value scale. Okay, so right now even though this is curved, I'm seeing a little flatter value here. So I'm just going and putting a very light layer on the turban. Okay, so you can also do a very light layer. Okay, and just ensure that you see the lines clearly. So maybe you can darken the edges, because if you do a gray shade, then the lines may be lost in between. So I'm just going in a cross stroke, keeping my lines intact. Okay, same I'm going to do for the other side. So turban is like really easy. You can like just blindly go in one kind of a tone and just fill the whole area once, and then go over again, all over again, once or twice to fill it. Okay, so if you see, I'm just quickly filling the areas so that I have at least one gray layer. Okay, again, I'm defining the lines wherever I feel they are blurring a bit. Okay, and then here below the jewelry, again, I'll go little dark and then fill in this area. Again, I'll go here a little dark. So if you see, my paper is a little textured paper. So you can see like fine granules. I don't know if they are very much visible in the camera, but if you see, you can see some fine granules here. Okay. So it depends. If you use a very smooth paper, then you can get a very smooth shade also. I mean, even textured sketch is also one art form. So just try to be even, because if you see on the sides, I have like gone with little rugged here, but here I'm trying to be a little even. Okay. So if you see, I have like done very lightly. So almost the value of my turban is looking almost same as the value of my face. Okay. So almost similar. So I'll give time for you to fill this one, and then we'll go in another layer. Okay. And now we are going to start another layer on top of it. So this time, I'm going to go fill in the maximum dark areas, the darkest areas first. Okay, so I'm going to fill in the darkest areas of the sketch. And many times people are very afraid to go very dark. Okay, but whatever is like the darkest black, you can, without any fear, you can just create those areas at dark ones. Okay, so I'm going to create darker areas now more, because of the darkness only the light areas will come pop up little better. Okay, so I'm going to go one more layer on top of it. Okay, and then I'm going to create dark areas here. The same way on the sides, if you see here, this entire area is like very dark here. Okay, so I'm going to go very dark on the sides also. So this is going to define basically how the turban is turning on the sides. Okay, again, every time when you're shading, just ensure that you don't have very, clearly defined, like it should not be something like, okay, I have a black line here and there is a white area here. Okay, it should eventually, everything should merge and blend into adjacent surfaces. Okay, so if I do a very dark thing here, it is blending into the adjacent surfaces. Okay, and then I will do a very dark thing here. And then eventually a lighter one, and then again dark and light. So now it's just darkness and lightness. You observe the darkness, lightness, observe where the turban is turning and create shades accordingly. Okay, leave somewhere. And this need not be like 100% accurate as the photo, because every time the turban is tied, it will have different shades based on the lighting condition it is being photographed. So you don't need to be too particular about like each and every inch of it, but you need to like have a generic idea of where there are like very dark areas and where there are light areas. Okay, I have gone and done one more layer. So whenever you are doing like some fine details, like here we have Swamiji's jewelry. So always do the outlines of those first, because we don't want, to be in a situation where you do a very dark black on the white areas and then those features will get hidden. So always do an outline around this. So say for example, here also I'm doing a very dark outline here. Okay. And then I'm creating a shade. Generally around the jewelries, there will be a very dark area. Even if you see the portrait which we have posted in the group earlier, or maybe I'll post a picture once again. There we had a snake on the turban. So that snake was completely white. Okay. And for the jewelry, if you observe very carefully, see there are like very dark black areas here. Okay. So if you leave the whole thing as white, like Vedant, you did that, right? So if you leave the whole jewelry area as white, then it may again start appearing as a block kind of a thing. Okay. So just put some black areas in between, because whenever there is a jewelry like this, there will be a shadow of jewelry falling around, right? So you just randomly choose some areas wherein you can put a darker value so that it start giving some realistic look to the jewelries. Okay. Or if you want, like if you have time, you can go around and do individual jewels also. Right now I'm not doing individual. I'll just do some random black and white areas to give it a feeling of a depth inside the jewelries. Okay. So shading is all about, spending time observing, and then also, seeing how much realism you want. So if you search realism art on Instagram or Pinterest, there are people who do exactly, they can copy exact photograph black and white through their pencils. So, but they take around 40 hours, 50 hours. So just one eye, they will spend around 20 hours or 10 hours to finish one eye. Okay. And then you can put in a lot of details. So as an artist, you need to decide at what level of finishing you want to stop. Okay. And then based on that, you can pace. For me, I generally take around 20 to 25 minutes, or maybe 15 to 20 minutes to just finish the outline, and another 30-40 minutes to do the shading. So that's the maximum time I target to finish. So sometimes the portrait goes up to 2 hours. Sometimes it gets finished into 1.5 hours. Yeah. So that way you can learn more, you can do more portraits, because right now all of us are in learning stage. So yeah. So you can do 1 or 2 realism if you have time, but I think the more you do, the more you improve your drawing, these things will improve. Okay, so I'm going in with the dark shade here. So if you observe now, like I'm not doing 100% same as jewelry. So I'm just taking some artistic freedom to add in my own features into the jewelry, because it actually doesn't, to the onlooker, it doesn't matter, right? So from which reference image you are creating this from. So I've just added my own features here, and then I will finish off the top jewelry also. I'll add some dark areas here. So observe that I'm doing the darker areas first, so that I can understand what is the relative darkness value the adjacent turban should have. And I'm not trying to be very accurate here. I'm just randomly putting some darkness and lightness here. Okay. So this looks fine to me. Now I'll do the right side of the turban and go very dark here. And I'll go one more layer here. Okay, so now maybe if you just check the colored photo, here you see that there is a specific pattern. Like if you again observe very closely, specific some thin line patterns which are like, you know, telling that, okay, the cloth is turned. So maybe you can shade in that direction also. So right now I was shading in a different direction. Maybe you can shade something like this. You can try to create those patterns to give it more realistic kind of a feeling. Okay, so you can observe the other way also, like how this things. So you can throw in some dark lines there. No harm in that. Okay, here also. Okay. And then here again, there is a very dark area, and then there is a jewelry. I'll finish the jewelry towards the end. I'll finish the adjacent areas first. Okay, and this area, you know, some light is falling. So if you see, it's like very highlighted area. So even in the black and white photo, if you see this area will be some highlights here. So it will not be like maximum dark. So you can put darkness around it, but not on the edge. Okay, and here it's again, since it is in the depth, this will be dark. Okay, if you observe this photo, there is a very, you know, thin white line on top of it, on top of the turban. If you see, there's like very thin white line here. So it's all because of the light falling. Okay, so if you observe this also, you just see they're like yellowish areas and brown shades. So all these are like because of the light falling. Okay, so if you want to like do very realistic and go more in detail, you can bring in all this white lines and other things. So it will make it look really good. Okay. Okay, so the jewelry is starting here. So I'll again kind of create the outline of the jewelry. Okay. Okay, and like we did on the other side, the darker areas, maybe you can just put in some darker areas here. If you want, you can put in some circles also, not a problem. Okay, if you want something like this, you can do. Or you can do some half dark light areas, whichever is suitable or looks good to you, you can do that. Okay, and then here it is again very dark. And the insides of the turban are very defined lines. So those things I am going to do toward at the end. So even when I'm doing the lines, you see I'm like not doing a clear line and leaving a white area here, right? So I will do a line and then try to blend it in the nearby areas. Okay, same way on the other side. So I do a line and then I try to blend it in the nearby areas. Okay, so now turban is a little bit ready. We can go on like, you know, the amount of time we spend on this, we can go on and like keep it more and more, make it more and more realistic. But I will stop at certain point. So I'll not like make it like 100% real. Try to lift my camera a bit. Just give me 1 minute. I can still see there are certain areas like which are like there are clear distinctions. I don't know, it's come looking like this in the camera. It's looking differently in the drawing. But if you feel that, okay, there are like some clear distinctions, like if you are like this area and this area is looking something like very distinct, then you can go ahead and add another layer here. So that it looks little blended, right? Something like this. Okay. Similarly on this side. Okay, I'll leave it at this. So now, if you see the face, you know, we did some layers on the face, but now there are like blacker values. So say if you observe this, this is a very dark black line. Okay, but here the eyebrow has become lighter. Okay, so if you see the relative value, the eyebrow has become lighter here and the turban edge has become very dark here. Okay, so now we need to adjust all this. And if you see the bottom area and if you observe this photo, this is a very dark area here in the photo, but in our portrait, it has become lighter. Okay, so now we need to account for all these adjustments. So first I will do what I'll finish the left out areas. So now what is unfinished is the earrings and the kantamala. So we'll finish these two things first, and then we will come back to the face to fine tune the darkness and the lightness. Okay. So I'm just going ahead and finishing the kantamala. And here also, if you see, there are like alternate tones of white and black. So I'm just doing it like that only. I'm just making it black and white a bit somewhere. The earrings, and then I'll come to the kantamala also. Okay. Okay, and for kantamala, there is no definite shape. Okay, so somewhere it is white and black. So I would propose, you know, do a very light shade. So whenever I see this kind of shapes, I do a very light shade first to fill the space so that you don't have too many white spaces here. Okay, so I'll fill it with a very light gray tone. And even yes, please.
Yeah, I want to ask something.
Yes, please.
When I was doing the Kantamala, I did a small design, dot designs, so that the face looks little bit upper. So should I erase that and do like?
No, for you, Vedant, do the portrait once again, I would say, because the important thing is the drawing. Okay, so you first get the facial features correctly. Okay, and then focus on the shading. So once you get the facial features and other things in position, then the Kantmala and other things are like, you know, those are ornaments. So those things you can do later also, or even if they are little off, the portrait will still look good. Okay, so if you see, if I leave my portrait just like this also, okay, still it can, like if I just do a light shading here, I can still call it as a, you know, kind of a finished portrait. Okay, not 100%, but okay, I mean, it's still looking like, you know, Swamiji's drawing. Okay, so our goal is to have these eyes, face, and other features in place. Okay. And for the Kantmala beads, just again observe the darker areas, and then you can go and, like, I will just prefer to go in some circular motion because this is like smaller Rudrakshas. So I'll just go in circular motion and then just try to fill in the space here. So this need not be like, you don't need to work on Rudraksha with Rudraksha. And it need not be 100% same also. I mean, it is as per me, but if you want, you can put in the time to make it 100% same. Okay, so like quickly I finished the Kantmala. I'll do it on the other side also. The outlines, Vedant, will not take much time for you. It will take hardly 15 minutes. So whenever you have 15-20 minutes of time, just do the outlines once more. Okay, it will really help you gain more confidence. Yeah. Okay, so now more or less I have all the darker areas done. Okay, in my ears I still do not have the right darkness, so I'll just add it. I'll add a very gray, light gray tone to the ears. So last time we have left the ears as white, right? So now if you see in the context of the whole photo, the right ear is not visible itself at all, right? Because it's like white and rest of the space is gray. So if I see here, yes, it is white. But if I leave it white, then in my portrait, it doesn't look good, right? So for such kind of things, maybe you can just refer the colored photo. So you see that there is a light like shade here, and around the ear, there is another shade here. And then you can give a very light gray tone to the ear so that it gets a definition, okay? All these are like intuitive decisions. It's like there's no set rule for all such things. Okay. So now only thing as per my portrait, I mean, although it's looking fine for me, only thing which I feel is not well is the dark area here. So I'll add those darkness. So I'll wait for some time and then I'll add the darkness maybe in another 5 minutes. I'm just erasing the adjacent lines which I have created to show. And also, you know, once we rub the paper, you see there is some black area which has got created now. So there are a lot of black areas. So I'm just erasing the side so that the portrait starts looking clean. I'm also erasing the numbers, reference numbers which we used. And on this side, I'll just erase the lines. So the more and more whiteness you will have here, the more clean it will look. Okay, I'll leave the top one as is. Okay, so now final thing is we are going to go and give finishing to the face, and this is an important stage. So many portraits they go wrong at this place. Okay, so if you try to put too dark here, and if you try to put two defined lines, then your entire work, like last 2 weeks of work, will go in waste. So this you do very clearly, carefully, and only if you are very sure. Okay, like on the values. Okay, so for example, now I'm very sure that okay, this area can go a little more darker, so I'll just add very light values and incrementally build up the values. So very lightly I'm just building the values here.
What do you mean by values?
I think in first class we covered the value scales. Did you attend that one?
Yeah, but I don't remember.
So value is something like you can go very dark, right? And then you can go a little gray, and then you can go very light. So I am going increment by increment. So if I said go very light, and then we again go on top of it, then there is an additional value. Then if I again go on top of it, so if I do like 3-4 times on the same thing, this darkness I can achieve at least like the second level of darkness. Okay, so I don't want to do it like very dark in the first go. I want to do very light and then incrementally increase the darkness.
Thank you.
Yeah. So here also I will do it. Okay, this you please be very careful. I mean, if you are feeling not confident and not sure, so don't do this. Otherwise, it will make the portrait look little, off. So I'm just adding little more darkness to the adjacent to the neck. Okay, and then I'll add slightly darker values here, slightly darker values here. I'm just adding a very slight layer for the face to pop. And this I will go very dark because I have my turban here, right? So this I will go very dark. And go dark on the other eyebrow also. Tilaka I'll make a little more darker. Okay. The lips also I'll define a bit more. So this is like just the finishing touch to the portrait. Okay. So it may be different for different people based on how their portrait is looking as of now. Okay. And okay, so I'll leave it at this, and maybe as a final touch point, I'll just try to do some highlights. So if you remember, we use this pencil eraser or Tombow Mono eraser. So I'll just try to observe highlights. So for example, I'm seeing a highlight around this lip here. So I'll just leave a white line here. Okay, some highlights here, something like this. And in the eyes, I think it is more or less fine. On the top of the turban, we saw some highlights, right? So I'll just leave some towards the end. And this is not mandatory, like you can, like, while you are shading, you can do this, but I'm just trying to leave some highlights. Okay, it's not taking like the eraser completely. Sorry. On top of it, it's not taking the eraser completely. Okay, so maybe I'll tilt the portrait because I think it's in the landscape, it may not be visible. So you can see how it is looking now. I think we can still go a little more darker below the eyes. So once you finish it to a certain stage, you need to keep it little far and then see and try to add more details of finish. Yeah, I'll leave it at this. Okay, so we have 3 more minutes. How is it looking for everyone else? Yeah, I will go to, wow, Rajiv, it's looking great. On the face, I think, yeah, once you click the photo, I think I'll be able to view more, but I think on the face, we can have more shade. So it'll look really good. Okay. Yes, Liz, it is looking good.
Thank you.
Liz, you do one more time the whole grid. Okay. So just check the video. There are 2 videos. Last 2 videos you do, and then try to get the face right. Yes, Vedant, looking good. For you, the Kanthamala and the turban is popping out really nicely. Okay. Only thing what I said was just practice the face features some more. Okay. So this area and this area is like popping out very nicely. This smile and the eyes thing, you just focus on it. Okay.
Eyes and face.
Yeah. Okay. Yaneshwar, all fine with you?
I just posted in WhatsApp here.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I'll just check and then maybe give a feedback. We have 2 more minutes. Okay. I think turban, yeah, you can go darker. I think you were a little scared to go for the turban. Okay. So if you see, just try to compare it with the portrait we did today. Okay. So for the turban, you can go a bit darker. And also the smile and other things, you can just have a look. So basically, the smile is looking a little bit bigger and eyes also. Both are like little smaller. And then I think it's fine. But overall, it's come out really nice. Yeah.
So turban darker, as in like more graded shades.
More values, yeah, more black shades. So if you see, this is like very.
Sorry,
black,
could you go other way, like lens portrait? Or this is sideways. Yeah, that's
I did it because Okay.
Okay.
So if you see, this is like a very dark value. This is a light dark, right?
Yes.
So for you, this and this are looking like quite similar, right? So if you see the chick color and the turban color, they are same. So they are not same actually. This is darker and this is lighter. Okay, so turban, I think it has to be more clear. Okay.
So here, like just graded shades of dark, or just overall dark in the turban?
Overall, it has to be dark. So you go like once do one full layer and then go on top of it. So
okay.
I mean, even if it is not coming out good, you go like, just put the maximum dark value. So wherever you're seeing the black area, put a black line and then blend them eventually to the adjacent areas. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Go and I will again my same feedback for you also, Ma. So for turban, go more dark. I feel you guys are like little either maybe the pencil is not 8B available, or you're going little lighter. So put more pressure on the pencil while you are doing the darker areas. Okay, so then I think because it's the darkness of the turban is popping out the light face out around it, right? If you put like same darkness everywhere, then it may be different. So, but overall, it's come out good, Ma. Yeah, it's looking nice. Jayanti, would you like to show?
I've not completed yet. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you can watch the video and then show it. Okay, so we'll end with the Purna Mantra now.
Om Purnamada.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Shri Sadguru Padukarpanamastu Om Nityanandam.
We have one question.